So a couple of people had told me that they were interested in me sharing the contents of the box, um, and someone actually asked me to make a video and post it on Facebook. So that's sort of what I'm doing. This is the first box in the Hunt a Killer, and the name of this particular mystery is Mallory Rock. And in the mystery, Mallory Rock is not a person. Mallory Rock is I guess, fictional city in Maine. City, village, whatever. As you can see, I have not opened the box yet. I was waiting until I had a chance to do this video to do it. Before I get to the box, though, when you order it, you can either order it as a gift or you can order it for yourself. I ordered it for myself, but the neat thing they do is they ask you to this Michelle Gray email. They ask you to put this email into your contacts list so that it doesn't get booted to the spam folder, the trash folder. Because during the course of this, you're going to get emails from Michelle Gray, who is the detective who has hired us, not police detective, like private investigator detective. And so she sent me this email that said, "Hello, investigator. I've got a new case headed your way. Several weeks ago, a woman named Beth Ferris Hendricks was found dead in the remote island town of Mallory Rock, Maine. While the police have ruled the death an accidental drowning, Beth's sister is convinced she was murdered. Founded in 1690, Mallory Rock is one of the oldest towns in America. The locals tend to keep to themselves, and I'm willing to bet that, like many tight-knit communities I've seen, there's a dark secret or two buried underneath that historic New England charm. You've got your work cut out for you, investigator. Beth's sister Gwen will contact you. I know you'll do everything you can to find justice for Beth." And then it says, here is a picture of Beth. That's what Beth looks like. That is the woman who mysteriously was murdered that we have to help our, I don't want to say boss, but Michelle Gray. I feel like we are an outside investigator. Like Michelle Gray, head of Gray Investigations, is too busy to take this case. And so she's entrusting us to, she's sort of handing it off to us and having us move forward and try to help solve this investigation that the police have washed their hands of because they've determined it's a suicide. So that's where we start. This came probably 2 days before my box arrived. And so then we get back to the box. And now we will unseal the box and see what lies inside. Okay, so first off, we have, hold on, I just bumped the camera. Let me make sure I haven't screwed it up too bad. Yeah. We have this, and it has a couple things. So the stuff that's just laying on top is the metagame. It's the real world outside of the game. They want to send us a list of everything that's in the box so that we make sure we can check and make sure that we have gotten everything. And they'll give us the email address to let them know if we're missing something, and they'll make sure we get it. There's also a hints. Each episode, there's a website you can go to and get the hints for this to make sure you didn't miss anything. And it comes with the password to the website, to the hints. It also has some advertising and stuff. Welcome to Hunt a Killer. Dedicated space to play. It gives you hints and tips on solving this. So these are the two metagame things outside. And then we get this big, thick envelope from... Ooh, so out of focus. From Mariner's Lodge Hotel. And it's in Mallory Rock. And if we open it, and I'm going to see if I can open it neatly. No, this is really sealed. I was going to try to be neat and open it and preserve some of the integrity of the thing. but that's clearly not possible. So we'll just open it like it's a Christmas present, and I'm 9 years old. Um, so then there are little things in here. You get different things every month. So as you can see, all kinds of stuff is falling out. Check the envelope. Yes, that is all. So now here we go. We've gotten a coaster from MR Lighthouse. We've gotten some. Let's get to this first. So every new adventure. This box is in the way. I'm moving the box. Every new adventure that they send out, you get a notebook. This notebook happens to be tied into what appears to be proceeds from the sale of this notebook benefit the charitable activities of the Navigation Club, including the Mallory Rock Historic Preservation Fund, Junior Navigators, the Mallory Rock Lighthouse Festival, and the Cora Reaver Memorial Scholarship. So every time a new adventure starts, every time you get a chapter 1 of an adventure, they send you a notebook. This notebook, for at least this adventure, they've managed to incorporate into it looks like almost like a touristy kind of thing you'd find in a hotel that tells you about interesting sites in the area. So we'll go through that later. We've gotten a pen from the hotel. That once again just goes with the notebook. We've gotten a letter from the hotel. We've gotten a letter from Gray Investigations, and I'm going to read this. Actually, this isn't to us. This is from Michelle Gray to Gwen, the sister of our murder victim. Thanks for contacting me regarding your case. I know how frustrating this situation must be and how deeply you must miss your sister. After reviewing your case, I agree that Beth's death looks suspicious and that we have enough information to move forward with the investigation. Believe it or not, I'm somewhat familiar with Mallory Rock. When I visited Maine a few years back, I took a day trip to the island, and although my visit was short, I agree with your description of the town, steeped in history and resistance to change. Because you seem to be encountering a good deal of pushback from your fellow islanders, I'm connecting you with my best associate. Rest assured that this is someone I know can crack the case no matter what. I'll be forwarding their mailing address to you shortly. So we're also going to be getting, I don't know if I said this, we had to put Gwen's email address into our email contacts so that it didn't get sent to spam. So Gwen is also going to be sending us emails along with Michelle Gray. While the circumstances of your sister's death are complex, the information you sent me is extremely helpful. It will also be invaluable for the investigator assigned to you, so I encourage you to forward it along to help you two share files. I don't know why I can't read today. I've created a secure space for you on my virtual desktop. To log in, go to michellegrayinvestigations.com. Both you and the detective will use your individual email addresses as your username, and the password will be the same for both of you. Porter. Once you're in, find the folder that says Mallory. The password for that is Fairy. As you work with the investigator, good Lord, I urge you to collect as much information as you can. After all, any detail, no matter how small, could help uncover new evidence. Personally, I approach investigating like walking up a staircase. I take one step at a time, trusting that each step will lead to another. For simple goals like confirming timelines or location, why can't I read? Even simple goals like confirming timelines or locations can provide a huge break in the case. Best of luck, Gwen. You're in very capable hands. Signed, Michelle Gray, private investigator. And this is very thick cardstock. It's actually fairly nice. So, actually, give me 2 seconds to find this stuff I said was metagame. Because usually, from what I've seen and heard, they give you a goal. Oh, okay. It says right here. And you're not going to be able to read it because of the light. To complete this episode, examine all documents and items for clues. Check the virtual desktop for additional evidence. Decipher all coded messages. Begin profiles on any potential suspects and a timeline of events. So that is our goal for this adventure. So then we have a letter, and I'm not going to read this whole thing. Detective, first thing first, thank you for taking my case. Michelle says you're the best there is, and I'm up against a lot here. So we'll read this later. This is from Gwen. Apparently, she works at the Mariners Lodge Hotel. I don't know if she owns it, works there, what have you, but we will figure that out. This is the card from her funeral service, and there will be MRSV. So we'll have to figure out what NRSV means. Clearly, these are readings from the Bible, but that's also a code. They also mean something. We'll have to look into that and see. Then we have the investigation report from the police, and it's not very inclusive. We'll have to take a look at that. We have some emails from Gwen to somebody else. We'll have to take a look at those. Here's some more Mallory Rock tourist tips. We'll have to take a look at that. This is the tourist, clearly the tourist guide. The lantern, Mallory Rock, Maine. And a map. And there's no way that anybody's going to be able to see all of this. We have a very large map. And as soon as I get it open, I'll try to share it. Like, it's so big that I don't even know how I'm going to do this. Let's try this. A very large map that you can see of Mallory Rock. And for some reason, this is going to be important to figure out who was where, when, and maybe how long it would have taken them to get someplace or what have you. So we'll have to look at that. Anyhow, like I was saying, this is a monthly thing. It's a 6-month adventure, and as we go, a story, all the stuff we're sent, while it's clues to investigation, it's going to unfold a story that's bigger than just the investigation, and we're going to have a good understanding of what exactly is going on in Mallory Rock, and there's probably going to be a couple of things that are interesting to talk about. I just want to mention one more thing here, and that is that all of these box sets at Hunt a Killer are past mysteries, and there are 12 of them, and the first original 2 have been retired. And so I watched videos of both of these 2 investigations to get hints and stuff, to figure out what the best practice is. And there's a lot of note taking, a lot of PowerPoint documents, a lot of things like that. I didn't mean to click on that. That people have made so that they can keep track of who is where, who is who, etc., etc. I will tell you that any website that they send us, like when I go through all this tourist information, any website that is in any of these, any website that gets listed in any of these publications, any place, if I find a website, I will be able to go to it, and there will be, Hunt a Killer will have set up that website. Visit the Town of Mallory Rock website. So, someplace there will probably be, from what I've seen in the 2 investigations that I walked, there will be a Town of Mallory Rock website someplace that I can take a look at. Anyhow, I hope this video was okay. It's really the first one I've ever made that I had to show and explain things. I will keep doing this. I'll probably make a video and put it on YouTube once I have my investigation of this chapter 1 done, and it'll be a little bit longer, and it'll be going over the clues and what story I think is developing. And we'll see how it goes from there. Anyhow, I just wanted to share that. I hope everybody has a great day.